Hey, can you tell when a person is lying? When lying, people tend to hide their eyes, look nervous, and maybe blush. But then how do you tell it online? None of those creators blush when making false advertisements, or avoid eye contact, spreading nasty rumors, or excusing themselves from a recent scandal. Well, there is one thing to remember. And unfortunately it is, listen only to yourself because people say wild things out there.
If you're 200 pounds, you shouldn't be in a Pilates class. There's no reason why they should allow 200-pound people in a level 2 class. Or you shouldn't be allowed to be a Pilates instructor if you have a gut.
Yeah, so what are those people supposed to do? I always wanted to ask them that question. Because in the world of those people, if you're overweight, you simply shouldn't exist. When you try to lose weight and start doing sports, they say, "Oh my god, I don't want to see you, you look pathetic." When they stay at home, they say, "Why aren't you doing anything with your body? You're lazy, get up from that couch." People have so many different life circumstances and you just body shame them and make some assumptions based on how they look. I'm 200 and I used to be 300, but I'm more muscle than fat. I'm not lazy, I'm disabled, and I raise flowers and veggies. Started Pilates at well over 200 pounds with debilitating arthritis in my knee. I've lost 60 pounds and now have little to no knee pain and more mobile. Isn't that the point? Pilates was invented for people with low mobility and injuries. How are people gatekeeping being active? And if you think body shaming applies only to people who are noticeably overweight, you're wrong. So many young girls have eating disorders just looking at perfect celebrities. Gladly I've never faced those problems myself, but I know how it feels as a woman. I've weighed 58 kilograms since like my 9th grade. And recently one of my male acquaintances asked me if he could try to guess my weight. I say go on and he says something like 50. Then I reveal my real weight and he goes, "No way, I'm like 52 kilograms. Then he decided to compliment me by saying, "By the way, you don't look your weight." I'm sorry, do you know anything about women and their bodies? My height is 170 centimeters. The norm of weight for women at that height goes up until plus 10 kilograms. What do you mean I don't look like my weight? I'm sure as hell look like it. Stop thinking that all women need to be of the weight of one apple. I know this whole thing was hard for my fellow Americans. I feel like I need to do something for you so you don't feel left out with all of those weird words. So I'm gonna say something that only you will appreciate. This game is called football. Now that I've pleased everyone, I really need you to support me as a small creator. So please like this video, comment and subscribe. It helps algorithm to push my videos. Going back to the topic, I feel like commenting on someone's weight became a normal thing for some reason. At least from now on, this creator will think before saying such an awful thing.
Hey guys, I wanted to come on here and just formally apologize for my last few videos. They were nasty, and I think the reason why I posted them was because I think there are some insecurities in me and some self-hate or something.
Oh, that's why you decided to bully people online. Girl, your insecurities can't be a reason to get a pass to say such awful things. It's sad if she's truly insecure, but we're not empathizing with someone who offends people for their existence.
But my membership got revoked, and I was told not to go back to work, so it's, you know, I've learned that I can't let those things, like, take over, because it's not okay, and it's just not pretty, and it's nasty.
Yeah, she looks sad. But mostly it feels like she's regretting not her actions, but what happened to her. Honestly, we've seen so many apology videos. And every time I truly want to ask, do you think it's gonna change something? Yeah, you're sorry, but how do we know you truly think that what you've said is hurtful? How do we accept that you're a changed person after those 2 days or something? Because she could still believe what you've said before. And what confirms my concerns when apologizing, influencers tend to say some prep speeches. Or just repeat how sorry they are. No self-reflection. No understanding and verbalizing that their actions or point of view were completely wrong, and that they try to change and confirm that with their actions. Not like I don't trust people or don't think that they can change. They can, but we have so many examples where people just refuse to do that. Like one of the recent scandals with James Charles. Everything started when an influencer, Kayla, shared videos about her past relationship being extremely abusive. And for some reason, the first person who was aware about the situation before she publicly announced it was James Charles.
He sent me the video, and then under it, he said, "Girl, who is this?" And I was like, "Oh, this new guy that I met, I think I'm in love, ha 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 ha." Slides up on another video of me and Evan together. It's a video of us dancing together at Yosemite, and James slides up and says, "Girl, he's so hot." Literally the day after we break up, James texts me, and he basically is asking me and Evan to be a part of this painted commercial video. And it was supposed to be like me and Evan, and it was like a couple thing, and it was for Valentine's Day. So I respond, and I'm like, "Hey, I'm sorry, but we just broke up, ha ha ha." So I text James that we have broken up, and basically the first thing he says in response is, "Can I have him now?"
If you thought it was a weird thing to say, you're right.
This all started at the beginning of 2025 when I reached out to Kayla about her and Evan being in a Valentine's Day video together. She told me she couldn't, she was crashing out because they had just broken up because he was crazy. I tried to lighten the mood a little bit and make a lighthearted joke asking could I have him now.
Like, okay, we all have joked awkwardly in stressful situations, but tell me why didn't it stop with a joke? Because James proceeded to text Evan after Kayla sent him this.
Just responds, can I have him now? And then was like, ha ha ha, just kidding. What happened? I then proceed to tell him that, so yeah, do you want to be in a painted video with your man? I explain that we broke up, and mind you, he is the only person that I told, because this is a day after we officially broke up, he is the only person I told about a quote 30-part series that I was going to film about what I had went through. He goes, what? I go, girl, he's crazy. And then there we go. What happened? Can I have him now? That was the last time we texted until he flew Evan out to California.
Do you also start texting with someone who you just found out has abused your friends? And here goes the main problem of this conflict. How close James and Evan were. James called their relationship a brief friendship, when others say that they were really close and spent a lot of time together, and that James helped Evan to film an apology video.
The 9 months we were together, she said the whole 9 months I was abusing her. Right? Why would we go out all the time and do all these crazy adventurous stuff if the whole time it was just terrible?
He's literally the worst liar of the internet. It's like your parents asking, why do you think I'm such a bad parent? Did I cut your head off? No, that means I'm a good mom. We have no proof that James is related to that horrendous apology video, because James didn't share any screenshots with text to Evan. And I'm not saying anything, but I feel like if you have no secrets, why don't you show them? When exactly did you stop talking to Evan and that you weren't involved in that apology stunt? But all James said was that he regrets building a friendship with him, and that Evan manipulated him into thinking that he wasn't the problem in the relationship with Kayla.
I really hate to admit it, but I did have a brief friendship with Evan Johnson that started and ended well before I ever learned about any of the violence that was going on behind the scenes. He reached out to me a couple of days later asking me for advice and told me the same exact story that Zach Sellers believed and then repeated on the Be Better podcast, which was that the relationship was toxic, they both said things and did things that they shouldn't have, and a bunch of other stories that genuinely made me believe Evan Johnson was the victim in the situation.
His apology or explanation video looks so real that people started to refollow James. And now I'm not making any assumptions if what he did is true or not. I only question his actions that he did confirm. His friend or acquaintance shared the information that her boyfriend is abusive, and he started to build a close relationship with his acquaintance's boyfriend that he didn't even met in real life. Oh wait, I almost forgot that he actually knew two things about him: that he's hot and abusive. But don't forget that he's really hot, so it counts as a third fact about him. I don't know, it's just crazy for me. At the end of the day, I think Kayla is the main person we should be talking about, and what matters are her words.
I'm just gonna end this here. I just think it's a load of bullshit. And watching the apology video pissed me off even more. I can genuinely appreciate to where you now feel guilty. And I don't think that you still support him. I don't think that at all. I know once I posted the proof, you probably dropped him. I'm not doubting that. It's the fact that my word was not believed.
You can pick whatever side you like. But here's a reminder that this whole situation is about Kayla. And it's weird that we talk about some manipulations right now. And that's another thing we need to discuss. Because James posted his video an hour after Kayla announced her court victory, stealing her moments and making himself a victim. And now that he knows all details and proves he doesn't support Evan. And it's probably true that he doesn't contact him anymore. But that doesn't cancel out all the things he did. And people refollow him and defend him like his actions weren't questionable in the first place. Let me remind you that this is not the first time we see James apologizing and clearing his name.
Oh, everybody an explanation.
People always say that being a social media influencer is an easy job. I can't take it back.
I'm sorry.
I really wanted to apologize to the people affected and also hold myself accountable for the role that I did play. Through action and change. And I'm going to change.
And this is what I mean. As long as there is someone watching you, there is no need to change. One video with a sad face and you can return to your normal life. And James got out of such ugly things. Like in 2019, James was texting with minors and asking for nude photos. I don't get how internet forgets such things. Yeah, he deleted those apology videos. But those teenage boys he texted are still out there. And you know what? It seems like he wasn't even bothered by it. Because why did he post this back in 2019? You think you can hurt my feelings? I lost 3 million subscribers in one day and cancelled over something something I didn't actually do. Well, prepare for another round. Why are we acting like he wasn't the person who did it to himself? And honestly, I think we forget about a lot of things happening online. It's hard to keep track of everything, I get it. It's not our fault that things fade out. I just think of all of those apologies we got through all those years.
I'm sorry.
I am so sorry.
I am so sorry.
I'm sorry.
Well, I'm sorry.
I'm truly sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry.
I am sorry. Sorry?
Sorry.
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 You must feel it too, the word sorry starts to get meaningless. Why do those people say how sorry they are and then mess up again and again? In some cases, and again. And since those people have a giant influence on their audience, they'll be forgiven. I don't need a whole chain of events of every scandal to understand what is good and what is bad. For example, saying I didn't know enough becomes a shield of inaction. That's a manipulation a lot of influencers use. And since we talk about fake influencers here, we need to remember that most of the internet is staged. Starting with fake apologies and ending with fake body images and lifestyles. Not to sound all dramatic, but when was the last time you saw an edited photo of a celebrity? Yeah, it's such a simple thing that we almost forgot that popular people have a real skin on their bodies. What was that? I can't believe Lana is over 10 years older than Lord. Oh, did you know seniors are humans as well? So they have boogers as well? Lord has acne scars and people act like she just aged really badly or something really bad happened to her. That's exactly why I use Korean skincare. Lord needs to up her facial game. I think I've started to get why people are so scared to age lately. We don't have a lot of examples of how people age naturally. And if you're over 20 and you haven't done anything to yourself, you simply don't know what to expect. People don't want to hear you age like a wine. They want to stay 20 forever. And for me, it's a little bit weird to look at celebrity after celebrity getting younger while your life goes on. Literally a couple days ago, I saw Kris Jenner new facelift. And people still debate if she did it.
Kris Jenner is literally aging in reverse right now. And a lot of people are like, did she go to Christina Aguilera's doctor? The face is facing. She looks 20 years younger. And honestly, there is no better compliment than when somebody says that you have a facelift.
Yeah, especially if you definitely have one. I'm not a detective, but you can just see pictures before and after and make your own conclusions. I'm not against plastic surgeries. But why would you want anyone to believe that it's all natural?
Like, could you imagine just having facelift allegations? We do know that Kris Jenner got a facelift a long time ago. And a lot of people are like, did she get another one? She is like the 6th Kardashian sister right now. I honestly don't think that she got another facelift. I just think it's the hairstyle and I think it's the makeup.
We won't be able to know how those people look in real life. You can hide a lot of things on camera. And still they have an urge to say, I never done anything to myself. It's all natural, I just missed an Asian gene. Why? Everyone is already jealous of you. Not only does it make other people to question their own appearance, it also looks natural Asian look like a flaw. The real issue isn't the plastic surgery, it's the secrecy around it. There is no transparency or honesty. We just stuck questioning ourselves and wondering, do they feel the same? Do they feel insecure about their appearance as well? There is nothing wrong with wanting to look your best, especially in industries that put appearance under a microscope. But when celebrities deny having work done, they support culture that fuels shame and insecurity. So seeing the real skin of Lord was actually refreshing. Or finding influencers that share their transformations. Even though we talk about body positivity more and more, the culture of pointing out someone's appearance grows only stronger. Yet we have to learn how to deal with it. And that social media is just a separate world, where audiences get manipulated by influencers. Fans feel emotionally connected to a YouTuber. So when they say, I made a mistake, I'm a human, it might feel like a friend asking for forgiveness. Which is manipulation, because in reality, these are curated personas with teams, strategies, and image control. And now for all of my subscribers, I have some news to share. I really appreciate you staying with me, but I face some problems with staying as active on YouTube as I was before. I don't want my channel to become a toll to me, so I'm going to post once every 2 weeks. Though I'm planning to concentrate on my quality rather than quantity and enjoying what I'm doing. So I hope to see your support. It's been hard lately to see my videos flop as I post less often, but it warms my heart knowing that you watch this and probably wait for my next videos. So please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm a small creator and it is really important for me. Bye!